Hello friends, and welcome to this week's Facebook Live, which is actually live this week. It has been a long time since I've been able to be live due to my family schedule, but this week I am here live to share some really cute cards using the Full of Life suite with you. So while we give everybody a few minutes to hop on and find me, hopefully we'll have some of you watching live, but if you're watching the replay, make sure you say hi too. First of all, I wanted to share with you the cards for my 2 card clubs this month, so you can see them up close and personal. So first up is my Christmas card club. This month I used the Greetings of the Season bundle and the Season of Green and Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. These are both brand new products that are part of our online exclusives, so you won't find them in a catalog, but they were just released this month into my online store. So check out this paper. It has gold foiling in it, which is so pretty. This is also a new ribbon. It is a vanilla ribbon. And then the stamp set and the dies are great too. It is sentiments that are holiday centered, and then the dies are different shapes that can be tags, which is a lot of fun. So 2 of the cards in my Christmas card club this month are fun folds, which is also fun. Oh, and I should show you these embellishments too. Aren't they fun? They have like little designs inside of them, which I think is cute. This is one of the fun folds. So it's a pocket card. So you pull out this and you can do your writing on the inside here. Or you could do more stamping if you don't want to do too much writing. And then this is the other one. Opens up like that. So the cool thing about this stamp set too is it has a few sentiments that you can use for the inside of your cards, which I know everyone is always looking for. Okay, so those 4 are my Christmas card club this month. The deadline for that is the 15th, so it's coming up very soon in just a few days. So both of these clubs that I'm going to show you run the same way. They are $44 a month, and that includes the shipping to you. It always includes product that you use on your cards. So for example, in this one, you're going to get a quarter package of the specialty paper. You're going to get a roll of this vanilla ribbon. You are going to get these fun embellishments. You'll get a little bit of the gold ribbon, so you can use it on these 2 cards. And then I forget if there was something else. That might be it. And then I cut all the cardstock bases and pieces for you. And then you can add on the bundle that I used and any inks I used that month at the catalog cost. So I cover the tax and the shipping as a perk of belonging to the club. So if you want that, then I send you, once you subscribe, I send you an email that lets you know what the add-on options are that month. And you can choose to add those on to your kit. So lots of fun. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you is, so all the cardstock pieces are cut for you. Except for die cuts that are in the bundle I featured. So for this one, these tags are part of the die set that's in the bundle. So you would get a piece of cardstock and then you would use your own dies to cut those out. So if you don't have this bundle, you can use any tag dies that you already own, any Christmas greetings that you already own, or you can add on that new bundle, which is awesome. Okay, I will put a link for the Christmas card club in the description. And then my monthly card club works exactly the same way. So for this one, this month you're going to get a half package of the Full of Life Designer Series paper, a roll of this gorgeous iridescent striped trim, and then as long as these come back in stock when they say they are going to, you'll get these iridescent gems also. They are supposed to be back in stock next week, I think. So then I'll get them ordered in time to ship out the card kits. If for some reason they don't come back in stock, then I will substitute another sparkly gem. Probably we have iridescent gems that have like a little bit of a gold tinge to them, and I might do those instead. So these are the card club cards, and I just love these this month. This suite is one of my favorites, so that's probably why, but I think these cards are really super cute this month. And if you have been loving this suite this week, then you may want to sign up for this. So the deadline for this club is the 20th. So they're offset just a little bit. The Christmas card club is the 15th, and then this one's the 20th. And the card kits ship usually about 10 days after the deadline. So the monthly card club will ship around the 30th of the month. The Christmas card club usually ships around the 25th. But this month we're going on vacation again. So the Christmas card club is actually going to ship just a few days after the deadline. It's going to ship really fast and early this month. But the card club will be shipping at its normal time. So usually it's about 10 days after the deadline that I get those shipped. So same thing, $44 a month. You get supplies to make 2 of each card. So you're making 8 cards. Plus you get the products. That includes the shipping and includes the envelopes. So you get a lot for your money. And it's kind of fun to get a package like that in the mail every month and get to make your cards. So I'll put links for both of those in the description when I'm done here. All right, before we get to today's cards, there was one more thing I wanted to share with you. I told you I would give you an update on my points for the incentive trip after I got back from vacation. So it hasn't moved too much, and I get it because it's summer and I'm super busy, and I know you guys are too. So I have made some points on my sales from my clubs and my classes, and a few orders here and there, but it's still slow but sure. I'm not giving up though. I have over halfway to go, so that's a long ways. But anytime you order or you purchase one of my classes, subscribe to my clubs, those include product, so it counts towards my sales and my points. And of course, my team members can get me the most points, and I so appreciate them for that. But I will keep working towards it. I'm not going to quit until September 30th, which is how long we have to earn the points. So I just wanted to give you an update since I promised to do that. Okay, on to today's cards. Today we are using the Friends for Life bundle. So this is the part of the suite that I'm featuring this week. It comes with a stamp set and a die set, and I love this bundle so much. I'm going to show you a couple of different things with the dies today. We're going to use this heart, and I'm going to show you how that works. This friend is really neat because this one just cuts out the word by itself. It's standalone. This one can cut out the stamped word, or you can pair these 2 dies together and you can layer this word on top of the outline. If you saw my card for the Global Design Project earlier this week, that is what I did. I layered those 2 together. You have this detailed leaf. It's a large image that you can use as a background piece, as a greenery on your card. This one cuts out the stamped image. And then you've got your little hearts that are just kind of accessories. We're going to use one of those today. And then these will cut out the stamped images, or you can have larger hearts too. And then this is kind of a fun one. We're going to use that on one of our cards today too. So this bundle is so much fun. You saw on my card club cards, this iridescent striped trim, super pretty. This is my favorite ribbon in our catalog right now because it goes with everything and it's shimmery. So those are 2 of my favorite things. And then these are my favorite new embellishment. You can see I have used quite a bit of them. Like I said, they are currently out of stock. They're expected to be back in next week. At first they were expected, or maybe it's 2 weeks. I don't remember. The 22nd, whatever the week of the 22nd is. I guess that is not next week. It's the week after. They were expected to be back in this week, but their shipment must have been delayed. So hopefully they will be back in soon. We're still going to use them today, but you can substitute regular rhinestones if you want, or those iridescent foil gems are another good one to substitute if you don't already have the iridescent faceted gems from the suite. Okay, let's get started on our first card. This one, so I didn't say this, but the stamp set has a lot of sentiments that you can mix and match together, which I also love because the possibilities are endless. So for this one, we are doing Miss You, a Friend, and this is a piece of that gorgeous designer series paper. I didn't bring that in here, I don't think. Nope, I didn't. I didn't bring that in here to show you, but I had a picture of it earlier when I said that we were doing this suite this week. And you can go in the online store and you can see all the patterns in this paper. But it is super, super bright and fun. There are some rainbow patterns, which I love. Polka dots, which I also love. There's all sorts of things in here. And if you want the card kit this week, I am doing card kits again. While I was on vacation, I didn't do them for a few weeks. But I am doing card kits this week. So if you place an order with me now through Tuesday, and your order is over $40, you'll get a card kit to make the 3 cards that we're doing today. And then if your order is over $50, I'll double the cards. So you'll get 2 of each instead. And since we're doing bonus days this month, or Stampin' Up is, you also will get a $5 coupon if you spend $50. And that coupon you can use next month. So double incentive to have your order over $50. I will put a shopping link in the description when I'm done too. Okay, this card is pretty simple, and you can actually use any pattern of the designer series paper you like for this one. So I chose the polka dots, and I should have enough to send in card kits, but if you are making this card on your own or using, you could really use any designer series paper that you wanted to. So I have a thick basic white card base here, 5.5 by 8.5. We'll fold that in half. I have a piece of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 5, and a piece of berry burst that is just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So this one is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And my designer series paper is 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to start by putting this onto my white piece. And normally I would probably do my stamping first and then adhere the paper. But in this case, I want to make sure I get the spacing right for my stamping. So I'm going to put this on first. I'm going to grab my stamp here, and we are using Berry Burst ink. And depending on which designer series paper or which pattern you're using, you can just pick a coordinating color out of the paper and do your stamping in that. So this is a nice large stamp, so you want to make sure you have a nice large block. Let's see, I think they say on here, this one is E. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. So this one is a size E block. And you definitely want to have your glass mat underneath or a foam mat to get a nice clear image. Now, my stamp has been doing this quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that. But it has like little bubbles. So maybe it is my ink pad or maybe it is my stamp. I haven't tried like filing it down a little bit to see if that goes away, but I'm going to do something risky here and re-ink and try and get a little bit more of those bubbles filled in like that. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. And then I'm going to do the miss you. You could do love you. You could just leave it at friend, but that fits right in there, which is cool. All right, we'll close up our ink so that we don't make a mess here. Now I'm going to attach that piece to the Berry Burst. And if you are watching, please say hi. I always draw winners from the comments and the likes and the shares to send the 3 cards that I make to. And I am behind on doing that. I did get all caught up on sending the cards from the Share It Saturday winners. But I'm still catching up on sending the cards from the videos. So thank you for your patience in that, but still comment and interact, and I will get all these cards sent out eventually. Okay, so I'm just wrapping my iridescent ribbon around and tying in a bow. You could do a knot if you wanted. I think a bow looks nice. And we'll just pull that out. I did not get that quite even. Let's see where my end is there. Here we go. All right, we'll have a little bit smaller bow, I think. Cut my edge there. And then we're going to adhere this to our card base. Just like that. And then we're going to finish off with some of our iridescent faceted gems. And like I said, if you don't already have these, you can substitute any other type of rhinestone, or sparkly gem. So your card kit will not include the ribbon or the embellishments, so you can add those to your order, whatever you want to use. And I'm going to tighten up this bow, I think. Or you can just use something you already have at home. Any shimmery white ribbon. Remember that white glittered organdy ribbon we used to have? That would look really nice here too. Okay, so there we go. There is our first card. Super simple, but really cute, I think. Okay, wait till you see this next one. This is my favorite one today. I have picked a clear favorite for once. Hi, Deb. Yes, it is such pretty colors. Now, what do you think of this color combination? This is Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia, and Petunia Pop with the black and white. So this card was inspired by one of the Artisan Design Team members, Elena Worf, and she did a card. It was orientated this way, and she used this die and did like a rainbow of colors. So this is a die in the set, and it's kind of like a paint splash, I think. And then the little hearts are dies in this set too. So that's fun. And all of these little sayings in this font fit inside of here. So just like you could do miss you on the last one, you could do love you. There's a bunch of different ones in this set. So excited for you, thank you. And you could line them up. Thank you for being a friend. Lots of different options. And I think that this is a super fun die. So it doesn't look like much to start out with, but lots of possibilities. And of course, this friend is the die that just cuts out the word too. Okay, I have lots of little pieces in here. You have to be careful when you cut out the friend. I have my little dot for the eye. If you lose that, or if you're getting my card kit and you cannot find yours in here, you can always substitute a gem for your dot on your eye. So, okay, let's see here. Did I not cut a white piece for this? Of course I didn't. All right, let me see if I have an extra white piece around here, because we're going to need that to line it up on our card, aren't we? Oh, you can tell I'm still getting back from vacation. Let me grab, I don't have my trimmer in here. All right, let's see here. I don't think I have any scraps of that size either. We will see if we can make do here. Ooh, this is the right size. I just need to cut straight with my scissors. Okay. Yes, this is a great set. Okay, let me see here. Okay, we're going to see how straight I can cut. And whoever wins this card, I will send you the one that I cut with my trimmer. Not the one I'm cutting with my scissors. Okay, I think that'll be pretty good. All right. I am going to adhere this, and it is supposed to be a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of white, and we are putting that onto a Petunia Pop card base, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and then fold it in half. Okay, that was pretty good for having to improvise out of my scrap bin. Okay, and then you can do your stamping first, or you can adhere it first. It's pretty flat. I should probably do the stamping before I adhere that. So I have my Memento Black here. Any black ink will work. And like I said, you could substitute another one of the phrases instead of the love you. But I'm doing love you here on the right side. And then we're going to adhere these die cuts on here. And I have one that I cut in Balmy Blue. Then the next one is in Fresh Freesia. And you can line them up first too. I am not being super exact. And then this last one is Petunia Pop. You couldn't cut straight to save your life. Oh, well, you know what? I can't always either. I'm surprised it was that good, especially on camera. So, we'll make do. Okay. Next, we are going to put on the little hearts, and I avoid using the green glue unless I really have to. So we're going to use glue dots. And so this is a die cut out of the bundle that cuts 2 little hearts. And they're both about the same size. So they do kind of face different directions, if that makes sense, because they're not exactly symmetrical exactly. So I just made sure I grabbed the ones that were all facing the same direction. But it does not really matter. And they fit right in there, which I'm sure was part of Stampin' Up's design. I love how they make their products work together like that. Okay, then we have our die cut. Now, if you are buying this bundle, I would recommend buying some of our adhesive sheets, because then you can die cut this and turn it straight into a sticker by putting the adhesive sheet on the back of the cardstock before you cut. But I always forget to do that, so don't be like me. And then I have to use my green glue, which I think I am getting better at after years of practice. My friends that like it always tell me less is more, so I'm trying to do teeny tiny dots of glue here. And I think I have gotten okay at using the green glue. But I always end up getting glue everywhere, so it is not my favorite. All right, and then we're going to kind of put this at an angle, like that. And the reason that you don't want to use a lot is because this is very narrow, and if you use more than just those tiny dots, it's going to splurge out and make a mess on your card. Okay, this is the other tool that you will want to use if you are trying to get this little dot for your eye on there. Mine's upside down right now, so we'll see if we can flip it over. I think that's good. Okay, so for the eye, I just put a tiny, tiny dot of glue here. And then I'm going to use the sticky end of my Take Your Pick tool. And we're just going to stick it on that tiny dot of glue. And you may need to use like your scissors to push it down. So there we go. That is how I put that on. But like I said, if you use the adhesive sheets, it'll be like a little sticker, and that might be easier. But I think I did that without getting glue all over the place. So there we go. Okay, then we're going to finish off with a few of our iridescent faceted gems. And I think, I don't know, the iridescent, a lot of times I see pinks and purples in it. So I think it works really well with the petunia pop and the fresh freesia. You kind of see more of the purples in those gems, which is pretty. So this card doesn't have any ribbon, but if you wanted to, you could add some somewhere. I thought it looked cute just like this, so I left it like that. And you could do this layout with any colors that you wanted to. You could try out some of the color combinations in our catalogs and just have a lot of fun with it. But I really like how this one turned out. So I'm glad you like it too, Patty. I think these colors are really nice together, and I might have to save this color combination for another card. Okay, on to our third card. So this one we're going to use the designer series paper in a little bit different way, and we're going to use this other heart die cut. So I need to show you how that heart die cut works, because there are a couple different dies and they do different things. So we will get to it here. For this one, I also have a thick white card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold that in half and we'll put that aside. Then I have a piece of Berry Burst that is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to grab a scrap paper here, because we're going to stamp off a little bit. I am going to get my Berry Burst ink back out. And for this one, the sentiment is more of the background. So we're using the Thinking of You. And I'm just going to kind of stamp that across the background, kind of randomly. And you can kind of leave this area open, because that is where we're going to put that heart. So something like that, I think, is good. We will close up our ink, move our scrap paper out of the way, and I'm going to wrap my ribbon around, and this time I'm going to tie it in a knot. But if you wanted to do a bow again, you could. I think my ribbon's going to run out soon, so I decided not to do 2 bows because I didn't want to use too much and run out. Had to order myself another one because I love it. Okay, so we're going to go kind of in the middle here. and tie a knot or a bow, whichever one you prefer. Trim our edges. I guess I gave myself plenty of ribbon there. I had enough to do a bow, but that's okay. Sometimes I like the look of a knot, so kind of like that. And you can fuss with it, turn it around, I don't know. Sometimes you can make it go where you want. This one is just hanging off like that, so I guess that's how it's going to be. All right, I'm going to adhere that to my card base. And I'm just doing this flat. We'll pop up the heart with dimensionals. If you want it to have a little more dimension, you can pop this part up too. Oh, that was not straight. See, I could cut straight, but I guess that was a one-time thing because that was not very straight. If you are careful with our adhesive before it sticks there too long, you can pull it back up and fix your boo-boos. If it sits for a while, that is a different story. Okay, that is better. Okay, now let me show you this heart. So we have a couple different dies here, and let me pull them back out so I can show you. Okay, so what I've done so far is I have cut this out with this die. So what you will notice is this will cut out the design, but it doesn't actually cut out the heart. So what you can do is you can use this as a peek through, which I think would be really fun. Or you can use this die and it will cut out this heart. So I'm going to show you that. And then I've also used this one to cut this heart out of the designer series paper. So when we cut this, let me show you what that looks like, because we will still have to do a little bit of doctoring with it just because of how it cuts. All right, so I'm going to stick this in, put that outline of my heart around there. Hopefully I left myself enough here. I think that should be good. We'll run that through our die cutting machine, maybe. Here we go. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so what this die does is it cuts two different things. It cuts this outline, which you can use, and that's a lot of fun. And then it also cuts the solid heart. So in this case, we cut this. But if you see, there's this little spot right here where it's still connected. So we're just going to snip that like this. And that's what I did for this solid heart too. I just had to snip it so that it disconnected there. Okay, so we don't need this outline piece for this card. And for this one too, that's another place where you could use those adhesive sheets. So if you have those, or if you want to add those to your order, I think they are a great pairing for this bundle because you have some of the more detailed dies. That leaf die, that large leaf die, is more detailed and delicate too, and that would be a good one to use the adhesive sheets with. And one of these weeks I will remember to bring mine in here and show you how to use them, but it's really easy. You can cut it to the size of your cardstock. You stick it on the back of the cardstock before you die cut, and then the backing will peel off just like a sticker after you are done cutting. Okay, but this one I do like the glue a little bit because you have a little wiggle room to line it up. With the sticker, obviously, you wouldn't be able to move it. You just got to stick it in the right spot. So that is up to you. And I think I'm going to trim that just a little more, like that. So then you get this really beautiful piece. And the designer series paper in the background, I like the variations in the color. And like I said, there's pieces that have like rainbow colors, different greens and blues. So you could do this with other pieces of the designer series paper too. Okay, this one we're going to add with some dimensionals. And here you can see the back of this piece has like the oranges and the reds and the warm colors. Bright colors are my favorite, so I was drawn to this package of Designer Series paper right away. Okay, so let me see here. I want them to be able to read the thinking of you. I guess you can read it up there. I did a better job on this first card because it's right there. And so when you were stamping, you should pay a bit more attention than I did. I thought I was putting them in the same spots, but I obviously did not. Because if you have it right here, then they can clearly read what it says. You could also stamp it on the inside too if you want to not be quite so subtle with your message. Okay, let's see where I stuck my gems. There we go. And we will finish off our card with a few of these, maybe. How many weeks have I said I need to put a new sticky end on my Take Your Pick tool? I have not done it yet, obviously. But it's still working, so I guess it's okay. All right, so there is our third card. Cute, right? Okay, so hopefully our cards today showed you some different ways to use the dies, to use the stamp set, and we used a little bit of the paper, but that paper is really gorgeous. So again, if you would like the card kit this week, you just need to place an order with me between now and Tuesday. That is at least $40 before tax and shipping. And if it's over $50, I'll double the cards and you'll get a bonus days coupon. I do have to tell you that we are going on vacation again next week. So if you order sooner, then it is more likely your card kit will get mailed to you before I leave again. I don't know if I will run out of time, and this card kit may ship after I get back. So I'm not making any promises on that. We don't leave until Thursday next week, but there is a lot going on. So the sooner you order, the better, and it's more likely your card kit will get to you before I go on vacation. So next week, Facebook Live is going to be on Wednesday instead of Thursday. So Wednesday at 12 p.m. And then the week after will be recorded because we'll be coming back that day. So next week I will be still live, but it will be on Wednesday instead. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the cards. I hope you're loving this suite like I am. And I will see you next week. Bye.